All right, radio talk show host and proud member of the hashtag Never Trump movement, Charlie Sykes received some unexpected mail Friday morning, a handwritten note from Donald Trump. Just after Sykes tweeted, quote, charm offensive, just got a handwritten note from @real Donald Trump. Seriously? And then, safe to say that @real Donald Trump note is unusual, but I appreciate the outreach, but still hashtag Never Trump. Charlie Sykes joining us now by phone. So Charlie, you know it's the real deal. And why do you suppose you received this note from the presumptive Republican presidential nominee?
Well, apparently Donald Trump is deciding that he wants to actually reach out to conservatives and that he recognizes that he's going to have to do a little bit of damage control if he's going to unify the Republican Party. And as I said, I was surprised given the things that I've said about Donald Trump. I think probably by now he's realized that I've said some things that are going to be kind of hard for us to reconcile. But again, I want to make it clear that I appreciated the fact that he made the effort to send me that newspaper and didn't have a dead fish wrapped in it or anything, and at least was suggesting he might want to come back on the show.
Okay, so what did it say? Do you have it handy? Can you read it to me?
Actually, I don't have it handy with me. But basically it says, Charlie, hope you change your mind. Looking forward to coming back on the show, and then signed Donald J. Trump, and it says, I will win. And then on the front page of the New York Times, he basically had drawn a line to point at an article that talked about other conservatives who had been opposed to him who are coming around, sort of suggesting, look, if they can come around, you can come around as well.
Huh. All right, so he's been on your show before, and he's saying,
yeah,
hope you'll have him again. So what was the tone? What was it like when he was on the show before? Was it a duel between the two of you on positions?
It was somewhat brutal. This was the week before the Wisconsin primary, you recall, and he was not aware at that time that I was Never Trump. Halfway through, I asked him, did you know when you called in this morning that I was Never Trump? And he said he didn't know that. I pressed him pretty hard on the way, his insults to the wives of other candidates and the things he'd said about women, a variety of other things. So I would say that we were cordial. He was a good sport about it, but it was a tough interview, and it got a lot of attention at the time, you'll recall. And so the fact that he would write back and say, I'd come back on your show again, I thought it was interesting. That's why I decided to at least put it out there to make it clear that Trump is at least apparently making this effort.
So at what point did you get on the Never Trump bandwagon? What was it for you that put you in that place?
Oh, I was there right from the beginning. I mean, there was the moment he came down the gold escalator. I was on the and like a lot of other people, I certainly underestimated him. I thought the candidacy was a joke, and then I found it alarming. And I still have some really deep concerns about his character, his behavior, and his policies. Whether or not he's going to run as an adult and as a conservative, and I'm not yet persuaded of those things. And so I'm concerned about whether or not he's really fit to be the president of the United States. So I would say I was a charter member of the Never Trump movement.
So am I hearing that you are persuadable?
I think that's highly unlikely. Let me just put it. The reality is that it is hard for a 69-year-old man to suddenly change his character and his personality. And this is not simply a matter of policy decisions. It is the way that he treats people, the insults, the slurs, the erratic authoritarianism that I find very, very troubling. As along with a number of other conservatives. And but I want to also make it clear that I am also never Hillary. And so this has been a really tough
so what are you going to do?
Year.
Don't tell me you are never going to vote.
No,
what are you going to do?
I will definitely vote. And of course, I'm still holding out the possibility there might be a third party candidate, but also I'm holding out hope that I'll get a unicorn for my birthday.
So does that mean that you're voting? Wait a minute. Are you just voting in protest of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton? So you're not really voting to get someone in the White House, or you do feel strongly that an alternative stands a better chance of getting in the White House, and that's why you would throw your vote toward that person?
Well, no, I'm very realistic about this, and at this point, I can't control the outcome of this election. Obviously, You know, the candidates that I would have preferred have been defeated. Donald Trump has won. But if I can't control the election, what I can't control is my conscience. And quite seriously, I just cannot in good conscience vote for either Hillary or Donald Trump at this point.
All right, Charlie Sykes, thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.